So, is the God of War series getting a remake? Well, it's not impossible to see a God of War's remake in the future. After all, we've seen companies like Capcom bring the Resident Evil series back into a whole new light, and I imagine a AAA studio like Santa Monica would be able to dish this content out. Though, does the series need it? I assume it depends on who you ask, but personally I would be fine if I could get the remastered version of the Greek Saga instead of having to pay a monthly subscription to play the game with frame drops that lag because it's tied to a streaming service. The Greek Saga is amazing, it's what's forged the story we know today. It's clear that the developers are leaning to a possible remake with the addition of Valhalla, revealing the models we know and love in 4K graphic. Though one has to ask, if God of War Greek Saga was remade in a common day, would it stick to their original formula, or would it turn to the formula of 2018 and Ragnarok gameplay? Would they change sections, or would they tweak parts of the story to fit better narrative, or by higher ups' demands? We don't know. On Twitter and YouTube, the idea of a God of War remake for the PS5 has exploded in popularity in the last 2 weeks, and we have yet to see a yay or nay from Santa Monica Studios. It leaves one to wonder, what is actually going on? And is it actually coming? Well, I personally think no, and my reasoning is because of the path Santa Monica Studio has already forged for the new era. What's likely to happen is that we will get remasters in the next installment of the series, and that will probably be an Atreus spin-off or something even greater. It is clear by Valhalla, Santa Monica Studios, and their fans are not ready to let go of Kratos and pass the torch to Atreus. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I want to talk about the current drama with the creator of God of War, David Scott Jeffy.
The previous games in the Greek era, perhaps that was our college years, and now we have all grown up and have families of our own. We try to reflect those personal experiences also through Kratos and through some of the other characters he interacts with. Now, I want to tell you something about this shit. I liked very much. I thought 2018 was great. Ragnarok, not my cup of tea. But this is the problem with Indiana Jones. I don't want these characters to grow. I don't give a fuck what you're going through at the studio. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. If you're going to build a brand new IP, or you're going to build a character into the God of War lore, and that character is struggling or dealing with your problems that a lot of you guys that have gotten older and girls at the studio have dealt with, that's wonderful. Do that shit all day long. But don't take the character Kratos or Indiana Jones and go, you know what? I'm Steven Spielberg. I'm older now, and I'm really into family, and I want to tell stories about fathers and sons and God. No, fuck you. That is not what this character is, whether it's Indy or whether it's the goddamn Kratos. Okay, I just stop. You know, I get it. You know, I don't know. It's just like someone needs to be able to tell these people no sometimes and say, look, we love that you're arty-farty. We love that you're taking shit from your personal life. We love that you're treating the medium, and Sony always has, as an art form as well as a business. You know, we get it, we love it, we support it, but somebody still needs to step up there and go, you need to do all that within the pin that we've put up a fence for you, and if you step outside, the electric shock collar is going to get you. You need to do all that within the pin that says this is what God of War is. This is what Indiana Jones is. And if you want to make something that's not that, that's cool, but don't fucking call it God of War and don't fucking call it Indiana Jones.
This upsets me personally. Kratos isn't too soft for having humanity. He's a deep layered character. Kratos is a veteran. When we look back at the young Kratos, we see, even in his darkest hours, he still had parts of him that wanted to be better. Deep down inside, Kratos has always had hope. He has always been more than what others saw, and those emotions, those rare moments, we see the human side behind the bloodthirst rage is what makes this character amazing. God of War 1 on the surface is a tale about a depressed suicidal warrior on a quest to break the bond that has enslaved him. Haunted by visions of his past and the blood that stains his hands, Kratos still did what he could do to serve the gods and hoped to be freed from his nightmares, though they remained, never to be removed like the ashes on his skin. God of War Ascension, we watch the bond between Kratos and Orikos, and we see parts of Kratos that remind us that he's still a man regardless of his feats. From this point, we watch the descend into chaos with every mission Kratos went on. His humanity ripped away repeatedly, even yelling at Atlas that the gods were all he had left. Kratos was desperate, but when he was consumed by rage and waged war on Olympus, all of humanity officially removed until he met Pandora. Though hey, that's just what I think. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.